Now we are all welcome to the next the continuation of our lectures on Java programming language. We all know that if we recall, we start discussing in our last discussions regarding Java programming language. We started with data type. Start discussing data type. Under data type, explain what data type is all about. We move ahead by explaining what do you mean by the examples regarding data type, the primitive data type, non-primitive data type, or reference data type. Also move ahead by explaining what is variables. What we said, variables are item of data type that is used to store the state of an object. A variable contains a name and a type. We have also what's called the rules for naming variables in Java, where we said the variable name may start with an alphabet A to Z. That's a small letter A to Z or capital letter A to Z. While the remaining character may be underscore or a dollar sign or a number, can be a underscore, dollar sign, or a number. Examples where we say we have song, counter, first name, bar, 2x, amount, underscore, pet are all valid variable, while 9x O value are invalid variables. Then embedded blank spaces may not be included in the variable names through though underscore may be used to join variables named comprises of compound words. Example, x10 is not a valid. It could be written as x underscore 10 or x10 like this as a valid one. Then you cannot use reserved word in naming variables. Reserved word like word defined for specific use in Java. As I said, any word that Java is going to use it, that particular name is a reserved word or a keyword. A word like loop, do, for, while, switch are all reserved words. Public, static, voids, men are all reserved words. You can use them as a variable name. Then the next one we said a special symbol such as arithmetic operators, comma, question mark, this and that are not allowed to be used in naming variable. The variable name may be of any length. In Java programming, it's a good programming practice to use names that indicate the meaning of a value, meaning of the value it represents. For example, amount pet or EMT underscore pet. Anyone you use is a valid one. That can be easily remembered. It can easily remembered. If you want to compute like two numbers or you want to bring out two informations, it's better you use the name that you are working on with. Don't use any other name for the purpose of you to remember of what you're doing. Then variable declarations, we said for you to declare a variables, you have what is called an access specifier, data type, variable list. Or you have a specifier here, data type, variable name equals to value. Where the specifier is what is called an access modifier, determine the visibility of the variable to other parts of the program, each whether it's going to be a public or a private. Where you need your variable to become a public variable or to be accessible in everywhere in the program or everywhere or even outside the program or in even in another file can access your variable, or you want your variable to be accessed within a particular place in your program or within your program. That is when you make it private. Then data type represent either a primitive that's int, char, plot, or a reference data type array or string. The variable list is one or more valid variable separated using a comma. Then like this, a private int, comma, x, comma, y, comma, then z semicolon. If you have many variables A to Z which have the same data type, so you can use a comma to separate between them. But if the variables are having different data type, you cannot use comma to separate between them. You should take note of that. So the access modifier data type that is variable equals to value 1, comma, variable 2 equals to value 2, comma, variable equals to value up to the value n, depending on the number of value you have. But they must have the same data type if you want to use comma to separate between them. Private int x equals to 10. Private int a equals to 10. Private int a equals to 10, comma, b equals to 10, comma, c equals to this. Are you with me? Now, public double amount loan, because this is a variable name, while double is a what? Is a integer, and public is an access specifier. We know that for you to declare a variable declaration at the top here, we have a specifier here, specifier like this. We have a data type here. We have a variable name here, which is equal to value. It is equal to value like this. Is that okay? Now, so anywhere we see a public or private, we mean this specifier. Anywhere you see a data type that's integer, double, float, char, and the rest, we mean like this. And anywhere you see the name of a variable, any name you put, we mean the variable name here. And anyway, which is equal to a value, we mean this particular value here. Is that okay? So the next thing now for us to discuss is the examples on that particular data type and variables. Example 1, we said we have this public class variable sample. That is, this variable sample is the name of the variable. Public static void main, that is string address, the main method. Declare a variable with to name result and of data type boolean. Look at it, boolean equals to results. Declare a variable name with option and of char data type. Look at char option, char option, then option equals to let's put that. Are you with me? Then declare a variable with name school and of data type double and assign 40.0 to it. 40.0 to it. This slashes it's a comment, it's a Java comment. So we have this, these are the comment. Then another example is a public class output variable, and the public static void main, that's the main method. And int a equals to this, double b equals to this, char equals to this, then x equals to this as one particular value. Look at the output here, you output your variable, you output your informations. That's all. That's just a little bit about it. So you read about this. This is just what we finished explaining. Now, what I want us to discuss today is Java operators. You know, in Java programming, it has 5 operators. The operators are arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, increment and decrement operators, conditional operators. Now, in arithmetic operators is divided into this. We have A, that is A plus B equals to this. To add A and B together. That's minus A minus B to subtract B from A. Subtract this B from A. The multiplication to multiply A times B and A and B together. A divided by B to divide A by B. Well, this the last one, A modulo B, we call them modulo. To put the remainder, it's going to give the remainder when dividing A by B. When dividing A by B, what is the remainder? That's what is going to be as your modulo. Then this just to see 5 modulo 5 divided by 5 divided by 2. When you say 5 divided by 2, you take 5 divided by 2, then each person will get like 2 point something as a result when you divide. But when you say 5 modulo 2, when you divide 5 by 2 together, and the remainder is what? The remainder is 1. Then the result for the modulo is 1, while for the result of the division is 2 point something. So the differences between this modulo, the modulo here and the division here, is that this modulo is bringing out the remainder, while this division is bringing out the division, the dividing. When you divide this by this, then it's giving the result. What the modulo is giving just the remainder. What is the remainder when you divide this by this? So look at the examples here now. We have an example down here. The example says, write a Java program that will demonstrate arithmetic operators. Look at the arithmetic operators there. Look at the arithmetic operators there. I've already int I equals to public class arithmetic operators, public static void main string args, int I equals to 20, int j equals to 40. Then when you say double x equals to 15.20, then double y equals to 22.7. Since you are using since they have the similar point, that's why we declare them with double data type, where this int is a data type, I is a variable equals to value 20. Then int is a data type, j is a variable equals to value 40. Then double is a data type, x is a variable equals to value 15.20. Double is a data type, then y is a variable equals to value 22.7. So you can put any name you like in your variable, but data type must follow the 8 primitive data type as we want. Is that okay? But if mistakenly here now 15.20, you now declare this as integer, automatically in your program, it will truncate this point 20 from 20 and take 15. It will take 15 as a value there. But if you see here now, you say double I equals to 20, it will automatically put 20.0. It will add 0 to it since you're dealing with a decimal declarations. Are you with me? Now, the next thing now is how you can print them out. When the system.out.println, the value of I is equals to concatenation I, it will print out the value of I. What is the value of I here? 20, right? Then the value of J equals to concatenation J. What is the value of J here? 40. And the value of X, which is equals to plus X, and it's going to be the give you the value of X, which is equals to 15.20. And the value of system.println, then the value of Y is equals to concatenation. You know this plus I told you is a concatenation statement, a concatenation, not a normal plus like that you know. So to bring out the value of Y to be 22.7 as we said. Is that okay? Now the addition, this is a comment, just a comment now. This is just a comment. System.out.println addition. This addition will print out the additions. This particular information within here, addition here in the screen, the computer screen, it will print it like that, the way it is. And once it's printed like that, then it's going to print out system subtraction like this. Then I minus j equals to this. Then you also subtract this and give you when you say I minus j equals to concatenation, it will look at what is I is 20, and what is j is 40, then I minus j, then it will give you the results. Is that okay? So now, this is how it goes throughout the whole of the program and how it's going to work. Let us run the program and see. Let us copy the program and run it so that we can testify how our work is going to be. See. So I see my screen now. Now, let's just go to new file. Once we click on the new file, then this is our new file, right? So we now say Control V, we paste the code. Can you see the code? Can we see all the program, all the code that is there?
Yes.
Can we see? Now, what is the name of our program?
Public class
arithmetic operators, right? So we now click on File, click on Save As. It will take us to the folder. This is the folder we are using, right? So you can even drag this thing, drag it like this for you not to get mistake with the names. Can we see public class arithmetic operators at the top here in line 1? So you can write it the way it is. You have to write it the way it is, like this. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators like this, you have to cross-check the name. If here is arithmetic operators, if you mistake any letter, your program is not going to work. So you have to confirm the arithmetic the way it is here. It is the way it is here. So arithmetic operators .java .java. Are you seeing me? Are you seeing what I'm typing, right? So the next thing now, you click on save.
Yes, sir.
Once you click on save, you have this automatic. Are you with me? You have this automatic. So since you have this automatically, what do you need next? Is for you to run the program and confirm the output of your program, whether it is good to go or there's an issue like that. So the next thing now, we said we press from our computer Windows plus R. Window plus R. When we press Window plus R, is going to give us this run command. This is the run command. Window plus R from our desktop. So when we do that,
Arithmetic.
then we now say CMD and hit enter. Once we hit enter, it will give us the command prompt. This is the command prompt. Can you see the command prompt? Now in the command prompt, we now say CD.
Yes.
CD. When we say CD desktop, that's of this folder is in the desktop. CD. Then CD test product. You just type K. When you type K, just press tab key. Just press tab key. This is the tab key we are saying. These tab keys we're saying. So are you with me now, please? Okay. This is your keyboard. Can you see your keyboard now? Can you see the keyboard? Eh? So when you type this window key plus R, it is the one that will bring the run command. That run command that we said. It's the one that will bring the run command for you. Are you with me? Huh?
Yes.
So now,
Yes,
once
sir.
you come, you just go ahead and type CD like this. When you just type CD like this, it will allow you to type. Just say CD space. Then you can type. Just type D like this. Once you type D, then you now press the this key. What is it called? The tab key. Once you press the tab key, automatically it will change your directory will change to desktop. Are you with me? Once it's changed to desktop, then the next thing you have, you also type CD like this and type K and press tab key like this. And once you do that, automatically it will take you to what? The Kespodak. It will take you to Kespodak. Then in the Kespodak,
Yeah.
are you with me? Class, are you with me now?
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying. When you type CD, it will take desktop, it will take you here. Are you with me? So once you CD Kespodak, it will bring Kespodak for you like here. You just say CD K, type this, it will bring Kespodak for you, and you hit enter. Are you seeing me now? Now, once you are here now, you just say Javac. What is the name of your program? Arithmetic operators. Just type A,
Yes.
arithmetic operators like this. Arithmetic operators like this, hit enter. You see, there's an arrow. What is the arrow telling us there?
Wow.
Eh?
Java. Yes, there are errors.
What is the arrows telling us here? Eh?
It's telling us.
Arithmetic operators in line 13, arrow, unmappable characters. O binary for encoding Windows 1252. Without the ln, look at it here. Look at the arrow here. Can you see? So now we come back to our program.
Why longer?
Are you with me?
Someone wondering why.
My way to Yahoo.
Kerala kata waya ka.
Vandoma, put your phone on silent, please. Don't disturb us. Unmute yourself. So are you with me now? So like this one now, you put it the way it is. Can you see? Like this subtraction. Can you see this subtraction? You see this column, this quotation, and this quotation are not the same. Can you see them? System that add the print ln subtraction. Can you see this quotation and this quotation are not the same? Can you see?
Yes.
So since are not the same, you delete this one. You put
It's
this.
not the same.
Are you with me? Can you see this multiplication? Can you see this quotation and this quotation are not the same? So you delete. You put
not
this.
the same.
Can you see this division are not the same? You delete. Put this. Can you see the modulo? In the modulo, this one and this one are not the same. You delete this. So you can go up again and confirm for the other one at the up. So are they the same now? Everything okay now? So I think it's somehow okay now, right? So you can save your work. Save your work. After you save your work, So you come to command prompt, type CLS to copy it, clear the screen, and say Java arithmetic operators the Java and hit enter. Once you hit enter, it's giving you another problem, another error. What is the error there? It's complaining about the symbol variable I. Can you see symbol variable I? But this I is capital letter. Can you see this I is capital letter?
Wallahi.
Class rep, deputy class rep, please don't disturb us, please. You see this I is capital letter, right? It's complaining about this I. Now let's go back to our program and confirm what is the problem of the I that is there. Now in our declaration, can you see int I, this I is small letter, right? And this I here is capital letter. Can you see? Meaning, you know, actually Java is very sensitive. Small letter and capital letter are not the same, right?
Yes.
So we need to change this I to become small letter. This I to small letter. This I to small letter.
This I.
This I small letter. This I small letter. Are you with me now? Do you understand now? And save the program. Once you save the program, you now come back again. You run. You set Java again. Arithmetic the Java. Arithmetic operators of Java. You hit enter. Once you hit enter, if there's any error, it will display. Now, do you see any error here? Meaning there's no error, right? There's no error, right? Now, since there's no error, what you do next? You say Java arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator. You delete this dot class. You hit enter. So look at it. The value of I is equal to 20. The value of J is equal to 40. The value of X is equal to 15.2. And the value of Y is 22.7 this. Addition. I plus J is equal to 60. X plus Y is equal to this. Subtraction. I minus this minus this. Multiplication. Can you see? Can you see? I division by this. X division by this. Modulo. This, that. Now, can you see the result now? Now, any question now?
Yes, that's how it is.
Do you understand now? But ask yourself in the modulo, how do you get I modulo J equals to 20 and X modulo Y equals to 15.2? How? But in the division, look at. In the division here, let me come to the whiteboard. Let me share my whiteboard. Can you see my whiteboard? Can you see the whiteboard now? I now said I divided by J equals to now what is I? I is equals to what? 20, right? Then divided by what is J? J is equals to what? 40. I'm sorry for the writing, please. J is equals to 40, for instance. Are you with me? Which is equals to what? Which is equals to what? Now, when you say 20 divided by 40, what is the result?
2.
20 divided by 40.
Abi? 2.
20 divided by 40, what is the result? Zero point 5 like this. Is that okay? Are you with me now? Now, why is it that since here is equal to 0.5, Now, why is it that in our program, in our result is giving us here? Can you see now? I divided by 20. Why is it that it's giving us 0? Why is it giving us 0? Who can tell me why? What is the reason why he give us 0? Eh? No. It's vice versa. Your answer is correct, but you change the answer. You change the state of the answer. Look at the reason. Look at the reason. Because the reason is when we are declaring the variable, I is equal to integer, then j is equal to integer. So their value should be an integer, not decimal. That is why 0.5, that point is a decimal. That's why you just pick 0. Are you with me now? Eh? That's why it automatically takes 0 and leave this one. Because of what? Because this is a decimal. Are you with me? Eh? Now, what about if I said I modulo j, for instance, equals to what? You know, that is, let me say 20 modulo 20 modulo 40.
40 is equal to
What is the result? Who can tell me the result?
5.
5. Eh?
Yes.
5. Why do you say 5? Eh? Why do you say 5? 8. Now, how many times will 40 divide 20? Is it possible 40 divide 20?
No.
It's impossible, right?
Yes.
And since it's impossible, the answer is this top one.
20.
Yes, the answer is 20. Since it is impossible, the answer is what? Is 20.
20.
But if you
Whenever
say,
it is impossible.
yes, but if you say 40, for instance, 40 divide modulo
20.
40 modulo 20, for instance. 40 modulo 20. How many times will 20 divide 40? 2 times. Remainder what? Remainder what? Remainder 0. Then your answer is 0. How many times will 20 enter into this? 2. 2 times, right? Remainder what? Remainder 0. Now, what about if you say 5? What about if you say 5? How to be 5? 5 modulo 2. Equals to what? What is the answer?
2.5.
Eh? 5 modulo 2. How many times 5 enter into 2 enter into 5?
2.
Remainder what? Remainder 1.
Remainder 1.
then 1 is your answer. 1 is your answer. 1 here is your answer. Then if you say 2,
Anything way remember.
2 modulo, sorry for my writing, let me change it. 2 modulo 5. Two modulo 5, what is the answer? Now, how many times would this 5 enter into 2? It can. Then the answer is this 2. The answer is what? The answer is 2. The answer is 2. Ungane? Ungane? Hmm? So the answer is what? Is this 2. 2 is your answer. Is that okay? So any question now? Any question? So to make it short, if you have anytime you have something like sorry, we look at it now. When we said I modulo j is equals to 20, because from here I modulo j, then what is I? I is 20 here. Then what is j? J is 40 here, for instance. Then 20 modulo this. Will 40 enter into 20? Will 40 divide 20? It's impossible, right? Then the answer is this top power. But if here is bigger, would this divide this? Would this other one divide this? Yes. Then if it divides, what is the remainder? Remainder is your answer. Do you understand? So modulo is bringing out the remainder, while the division here is bringing out the normal result of your testing. Is that okay? Yes, sir. So thank you. Any question now? Any question so far? Class, any question? You said? Yes.
I'm going to.
Yes, I've uploaded to the website. I've uploaded to the website. What do you say? Which one? This book? That is the material I shared to the class rep. You all have the materials now. That is the one I sent it to you. You already have it. It's the one I shared to you in the class. During our normal class lectures, our introductory, before I partition the class into 2. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Over.
Class, are you with me? Are you with me, class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let's continue, please. As we are discussing now, in our next example, we have seen this particular example. Any questions now regarding this particular examples? Any question? Any question regarding this particular example? Any question, please? Class, any question? So there is no question. Let's move to the next. Let's move to the next lecture now. Our next example is the under operators is relational operators. In the relational operators, we says that the name and symbol.
Yeah.
Now we have what is called a 6. Java is divided into 6 relational operators. Then the name and symbols of 6 Java relational operators are: we have greater than, which have the symbol this; we have less than, which have the symbol this; greater than or equal to has the symbol this; less than or equal to has the symbol this.
We are not hearing you. We are here now.
Can you hear me now?
Disconnect.
Are you with me now?
Yes, sir.